tour.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. It is the Kauffie Company, live for a pre-party, but Tottenham on tour have hit 10,000 subscribers, and to celebrate it, Spurs beat Arsenal 1-0 in the North London derby. So double celebrations here. It is Thursday, the 31st of July, and it is a very wet and rainy 22 degrees. Aki, what's the weather like by your end?
At the moment, it is 19 degrees, feeling like 19, but we're going to get up to 24. But what can we say?
What a day. What a day.
What a day to hit 10K.
What a day.
We said we wanted to do it before the start of the season. We've got there. Just a massive thank you to everyone. Obviously, me and Brian Ireland are going to do something later. Hopefully, Ben and some others will join us. But listen, we're nothing without you guys. Absolutely nothing without you. We'd just be two people talking in a room, which we're not. We're talking to you, the wonderful Tottenham on Tour community, Tottenham YouTube family. Listen, there's so many channels to thank and say help getting us there. But we are Tottenham TV, the mothership, always. But thanks to Sava and Football Heritage TV for doing some pushes for us. Tottenham Away, so many channels. Listen, I'm not going to name them all, but it's just been a fantastic journey. Yeah. We've got there, and Thomas Frank
has won his first trophy.
He always wins North London derbies, mate.
Absolutely.
I will say.
Absolutely.
It's what I will say.
It didn't take. He won phase one North London derby win, and let's see who's in the chat to take us through the show. We've got Ediz, European champion, and for just today only, Hong Kong champions. Big up. Hong Kong, we'll talk about this news in a minute. We've got some transfer news. We got Matty K, European champion, Hong Kong champion. Good to see her. Tom Thacker's in the house, European champion, Hong Kong champion. James Joris, European champion, Hong Kong champion. Ian Ferguson, YouTube member, European champion. And of course, Hong Kong champion as well. Marianne, YouTube member.
Before you go through that, just because I want to make sure we highlight super chats, everything first. Tweaky, you absolute legend. People thank Tweaky as he has just given 10 Tottenham on Tour memberships to people. So if you have, please thank Tweaky. And Tweaky, thanks for your continued support and friendship.
Indeed.
So yeah, but back to where you were, Ben.
CDO Spurs, the number one Agon bar in the world. Drew La, YouTube member. All European champions. James Julian, Adam McFarlane, Jason H, Neil G. Indeed, phase one pre-season champion. We've got Gray, Tweaky, Adam McFarlane's here. Mark, the Nacho Slayer, good to see her. European champions of Europe and Asia. Indeed, we're going one step further.
We're going one continent at a time. One continent at a time.
Jammy Git, Itamar, Nate the Ape, P. Ryan,
my little brother. Sorry I missed your call, but all I can say, Thomas, Frank. Thomas, Frank. Thomas, Frank. I like to the We Are Tottenham TV. I am to be as smug and as shameless as ever, because obviously, what I will say, there was so much negativity thrown his way, Thomas Frank, after the pre-season friendlies. So many people going, we're going to get smashed, we're going to get battered, we're going to do this. And Scott M is here. Scott M is here. Who is going to be, he's been, mate, just big up Ghosted, just big up everyone. But Scott M, you have just seen Andrew Gregory Always.
We've got to go to Studio Spurs with $2.80
big up, brother.
Canadian.
Big up my fellow Canadian.
And Andrew Gregory with a massive £50 super chat. Big up to you, sir. Absolute legend. Absolute legend.
Brother. Thank you.
Carolina is out. It's a great day to be alive.
Mate, do you know what?
It's a great day to be alive.
Correct.
Everyone big up Andrew Gregory for the thing. That is a massive super chat. It really helps us out a lot. Fran is in the house, YouTube member.
It is. Listen, things are going on. Should we deal with transfers first, or do we do with the game first? Let's see what people in the chat say. Let's leave it to the chat. We do it for the people. So let's have a look. Do you want to speak transfers first, or do you want to speak North London Derby victory first? Entirely up to you. Yeah, Drew, like I said, mate, darling, when it comes to the board, everyone knows my feelings. It'll always be that way. But I said, as soon as this man was appointed, you're going to get nothing but positivity and love from me. So let's have a look.
Game.
We got.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Game.
Big up Lee. Big up Lee, who we need to get on the channel very soon.
We had set pieces, indeed.
Not only that, Stephen, we had set pieces defensively and attacking wise. It was. We can speak that. Like we did a little bit before. We're going to do it a bit later as well. We'll go on and speak about it. But like we've said, we've had since we've been as a channel, we've had peaks and troughs. We've had moments where we've had to take our foot off the gas. There was time during my poor health where we couldn't commit to shows because I wasn't available or I was asleep and the team didn't know what was going on. But recently, I'd say probably since the Europa League win or whatever, Ben and I have said, right, we need to commit. We need to do something because consistency is key. And that's what we've done. And thankfully, you have all been along for the ride, which is wonderful to see. And now it's payback time for your guys' incredible support. I need to do more members shows. I need to do more. We need to do more. We will do more. And thank you so much indeed. And by the way, as we've been going through this chat, has anyone seen Angus?
He was texting me asking to come on the show.
Has anyone seen Angus in the chat? No one else is coming on the show now.
You've got to do it properly. You've got to go full Jason Cundy. Has anyone seen Angie Boy?
Mate, they had their players out. But listen, like we were saying, on behalf of me and Ben, and obviously Brian Island, Dave, Amir, and other people that have been with the channel and helped us get there, it's nothing without you guys. Absolutely nothing. One of my dearest brothers, Thomas, Frank, Thomas, Frank, Thomas, Frank. Before we even talk about the game, let's talk about our Great Dane. Talk about our Great Dane. Are people surprised by the difference from the preseason we just seen to what we just saw? Because that was missing a few players first team wise. But obviously, there was so much negativity chucked at Thomas Frank after the first few games. Now we've played a real team. And look at the difference.
I don't think we played a real team, Aki. I'm bored of these shit championship teams we've got to play.
There he is. There he is.
Can't we play some proper teams? We need some Champions League level quality.
Angus, well, wasn't it? You've been more acclimatized. Wasn't it?
You said we would win 4-0, Angie Boy.
No, then he changed it to 2-1 when I put a bet on. Well, neither of us won the bet. No one's coming on this one, Angus. You can come on tomorrow. This is just a celebratory and chill and chat for Tottenham on tour hitting 10K. Tomorrow you can come on, buddy. But I want to know how that acclimatizing is going, how the adapting to the warm weather is doing. How is that first team doing? How is everything doing? Well, let's wait to find out. It's probably the ball, the grass. Who knows? But
this man was excellent today, by the way. He was brilliant.
I'm going to say, Joe, what? Let's see what thank you page. There's a lot of people. There's 85 people with us right now. I said it when I was on We Are Tottenham TV, and I'm going to stand by it. I do not think there was a poor performance from anyone. There's players that may have been able to do more, but I don't think, as a team, playing as a team and being there, we can get into the players that have done well and really good. I don't think there was a poor performance at all.
I want to speak about Thomas Frank. Like, you could see him when we were watching it, because we were watching it with Dave, Craig, Sean, and a few others were watching it together. Thomas Frank coaching Mickey van der Ven. He was coaching. He was working. That's what we want to see in pre-season. We don't want to see this. I want to see my coach in pre-season telling people where and when they should be. That is what a manager does. That is what a coach should do. They were so well compact. They were all in a line. Every time Arsenal tried to put a ball over the top, because that's what they play hoofball. Perfect offside line. We were just catching them offside all game long because we were so well organised. And hopefully this is what we want to see more in next season. We want to be defensively solid, but when we can pounce, we can pounce. And we've seen some really good transfer news, and hopefully it is true, because it's grain of salt now. Whoever we sign, grain of salt. That's what we want to see: organisation, tactics, quality. That is what we need.
Listen, as I said, there's people like myself, Nacho Slayer, Craig, who's in here, and a few others that have been saying, well, I've been saying it since before Ange, that this is the guy we need. This is what we need, someone to come in, and obviously the whole coaching team. And you've just seen a blueprint, so to speak, of what can be achieved. I see, listen, there's people in there saying, and actually people say they didn't think Richarlison offered a lot. He didn't offer a lot strike goal threat wise, but what really impressed me, again, we know that he'll put in the shift, he'll put in the hard work. That team, I think we were saying it in the chat, I think Craig said it. Not saying it's the same standard of football or anything, but remember when we used to press high with Pochettino, and it was all important that when one presses, everyone presses.
Well, that was controlled. The words Craig said, that was the first controlled performance we've seen since Pochettino. Yep. Controlled. It was controlled. It was tactically astute. We were in control of that game, even if we didn't have the ball. We were in control.
Yep, I tweeted. I'm going to read out that tweet that I put out. I put out a tweet during the game, and thankfully I didn't jinx it. But like I said, during that, as you know, I never once said I was nervous. I was like, right, that's it. But I put, Spurs defending has been fantastic. Disciplined, compact, aggressive when needed, defending as a team, keeping shape, tracking runners, and winning the second balls, organised, focused, and full of fight.
Dave that said it. Sorry, Dave. Sorry.
Mate, it was just listen, is Dave in the chat? Is he Roadman?
No, but Dave said that. I thought Craig said it.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I was about to say, if Roadman was here, he could come on as part of the team. But yeah, it's been a performance, something you can now get your teeth into, something you can say, whether you were completely franking or you were undecided or thought, you can't do anything. That performance should be something that you go, do you know what? There is something there. Not something that, oh my God, we're going to compete for everything, but the organisation, the determination, the fighting spirit. Now, I don't care what anyone says about it being not in North London. A North London derby is a North London derby. Big up, Simon. Yeah. And you just have to be delighted right now that we've got bragging rights again. You watch the Arsenal fans come out now and probably say, oh, yeah, it's not Angus, I'm saying, but as a whole on Twitter going...
They will be saying it's only pre-season.
Exactly. It's just, honestly, I think, mate, Kudus, how you still have not changed your name to Kudus? I don't know.
Bored of us winning all the time.
Listen, it's time to be... Do you know what? Craig and I, we took a bit of a annihilation for our Morgan Gibbs White hype It's going to get done. It's going to get done. We'll get this done. Well, we're going to bask in the glory of Frankish and everything. Big up Neil G, who has just become a member and part of the family. Welcome to the family, buddy. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. I think a lot of people who may have been on the fence or not fully on board with Frank have just had a vision or an idea of how organised we could be. And defensively, I don't think we've been that defensively organised since Conte.
Yeah.
Like peak Conte. And then you had what we saw from Mohamed Kudus. One player.
Let's talk about him.
Mate, tenacity, work rate, strength. You got to remember, West Ham fans were going, oh my God, he's lazy, he won't put a shift in. Well, he just did exactly that. Correct, Josh. Big time. This is the thing.
KPV wants to go us to go back. Wants us to go.
We're going to go backwards. We're going to go backwards. Should we go back?
We're undefeated.
Damn right. That was the thing. That was the winning formula. We needed a pet food supplier to be on our. He meant 50k. You've got. Let's get to 20 first, but 50 would be great. We got another new member. Big up, Anurag, all the way in India, brother. It's a wonderful family. We're going to keep growing. But yeah, Mohamed Kudus. Ben, what was your thoughts?
I thought it was excellent. I thought everything you said, going into tackles, holding on to the ball, pushing people off, showing real drive to get forward and really wanting to hurt the opposition. If he plays that, if we can get one of the transfers we're going to speak about in a minute as well, we could be a serious force if we get this guy we're going to talk about. And it was chalk and cheese. It was absolutely chalk and cheese in what we've been seeing. It is only a friendly. It's only a friendly. But
mate, when do people need to learn? There is never only a friendly when it comes to the filth. And do you know what? Go back to Paul's. Let me remember this team. Exactly. People remember this team finished 17th. Apart from Kudus, this team finished 17th.
He finished 16th.
Mate, whatever. Whatever. But that is pretty much the same team, apart from Kudus, that could not get a result in the Premier League if they tried. Haven't beaten Arsenal, and don't care what people say. Arsenal had a full team out, pretty much. Yes, they had some on the bench, but that team, if that was the Premier League and it was go time, they would have ruined us last season. That exact squad. It is just brilliant. Porro looks incredible.
He was excellent today, by the way. Defending solid, going into tackles, aggressive, attacking our sector.
Who was people's man of the match? I know a lot. Big up, Georgia. Thank you for the congratulations and best wishes on We Are Tottenham TV after me. What I will say, Pape Matar got man of the match, obviously, for that great goal and an incredible performance he put in. But take the goal away, I think I give my man of the match Pedro Porro. And like Simon just said, Jet Spence on the left was fantastic. Saka didn't get a look in. Yeah. Saka didn't get a look in. But people, who was your man of the match? Who was your man of the match, people? And I will say, whilst we wait for these to come in, we got to 10K. We're going to try and get to 20 even quicker. So please don't forget to like and subscribe and take part in the chat and everything, because it's going to be very interactive. We want to get as many new subscribers into the family as possible. Yeah, for me it was Porro. Porro's got quite. It's going a lot to the fullbacks.
Porro. Odebear, I didn't think he was that great. He put a shift in.
Odebear again. Yes, we want to see more direct. Yes, we want to see more ingenuity and product. But he's looked brighter and hugging that touchline. And you know what? A lot of the wingers are getting it because we're not inverting. There's space. There is space. And you know what? How good was it to see the players stuck to their position. How good was it to see the discipline and everyone sticking to what they had to do? It was just very, very refreshing. The fact that so many people have got different selections for man of the match. I think Odebear. Yeah, listen, Odebear. I never watched. The wind-up merchants in. I will say, I said it on We Are Tottenham TV. After Porro's first season, when he came and had that horror show against Leicester, I hated seeing him as a defender. Then when Ange started Brentford with Emerson Royale at right back, and then for Man U at home, he said, "Don't worry, Craig. East London is the wind-up merchant." When he put Porro right back for Man U, I was with Ben and Simeon and a few others that were at the Trust protest before that game, and I dropped to my knees going, "Oh my God, he's going to be found out." But he has been incredible, and he's been brilliant pre-season. You still there, Ben?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, you just went quiet. I thought you were going to take over.
Yeah. No, we didn't talk about it, but Anger was saying we kicked Saka to Pete. That's what you do. It's what you do. It's a North London derby. It's what you do. Lewis Skelly kicks everyone every single match. That's why he's been sent off so many bleeding times. And he was awful. He was particularly awful today, Lewis Skelly, or Lewis Smelly, as we're going to call him for the rest of the day, because we're children. He was terrible today. He was particularly terrible. Hopefully the Lewis Skelly hype train is being left in 2024, 25, and in 25, 26, we won't get to see him because he was awful today. And Arsenal were particularly awful today.
They were
terrible. They were particularly awful. Yeah, good. We're children.
Whoever changed their name to that, I salute you. And thank you very much indeed for dropping a chat. And I saw him on so many channels writing, literally help Tottenham on tour get to 10K. So whoever you are, one day he'll reveal himself or herself, and we'll find out. But thank you.
Indeed. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat. It really helps us out a lot. We're gonna move. Yes, indeed. He did look a bit overweight today, didn't he? He did look a bit overweight, and I'm really surprised. I thought he would be in better shape. I know he's not played for ages and he's not been training for Sporting because he was forcing a move into Arsenal. But he looks really out of shape, and he's got to get in shape. But hopefully he stays out of shape because we know how good a striker he is.
Exactly. Look, like we said again, it just looked good. Everything looked right. Listen, there were some dodgy moments, but the most important thing was, like we were saying, is the team were there to help each other out. There was no wildly out of position or cutting through the midfield like a hot knife through butter. The shape, and like I was saying when we were watching the game, Ben, that second half, I was delighted. When we started that second half, I was like, let's just see if we can see out the game. Let's see Spurs hold on to a lead. I wasn't nervous one part in that game.
No, you weren't.
Not one. I was just like, no, Frank's got it. The team have got it. The shape will have it. Discipline will get there. I think it was a great team performance. And I'll tell you one thing. We Are Tottenham TV tomorrow, and I've got to be on doing the player ratings, doing the top. Mate, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. But Thomas Frank has had his first proper game.
Yeah.
Against, of all teams, them. And you got to remember as well, someone responded to one of my tweets and said, remember, this is the team that apparently outplayed PSG.
Yeah, indeed.
We've just beaten them.
And speaking of which, Matty, why were you playing for Arsenal today? You
Yeah.
with your floppy curly hair.
That's what we
Matty
said.
Kushner
He's got
My
the same
man,
hairdo.
was playing for Arsenal today. Him and his floppy hair. Why were you playing for Arsenal? But Matty played well today. Matty
It's
did play
true.
well.
It's true.
Matty played well.
Thank you, everyone. Again.
Him. It was him.
I've got another super chat.
From
Damn
Michael
right.
Helton. Indeed.
Damn Chew. Available at the We Are Tottenham TV store. Was my late birthday present. But you know what? Let's move on. Let's move on to transfers. And things are definitely heating up.
I need to find the source. Let me find it. Matty
I've got
it. From too many messages.
Messages of happiness.
Yes. From Santi JFM, who is a tier 1 source.
Yeah, I'm still very.
Yeah,
I'm still very, very, very dubious on everything. But go on, show.
Indeed. Tottenham Hotspur are interested in Randall Kolo Muani from Paris Saint-Germain, which I think that would be an excellent signing. I think that would be an absolutely amazing signing if we can get him. If we get him through the door, our attack goes from being a bit toothless to being a bit ruthless.
Oh, I like that,
See
Ben.
what I did that? Toothless to ruthless.
Ben, look at you go. You've changed. But yeah, no, he'll be great. We can see that attacking needs something. Obviously, Kudu's down that side. I think Muani can play anywhere across the front line, can't he?
Yes, he can.
So maybe that's the Sun replacement. Maybe that's if Richarlison goes to that. But it gives us options. And it gives us again a lot more pace.
I'm not even waiting until Here We Go comes now. I want to see him holding up a shirt.
Yep.
And of course, what does everyone think with the potential links of Randall Kolo Muani? Does everyone think that'd be a good signing for Spurs? Was that a too good to be true? What does everyone think? What do you think about Kolo Muani potentially coming in?
Me, listen, I would welcome the signing. I wanted it to happen during, I was debating whether I'd want it during the January window, but then obviously it didn't happen. I think, listen, we need, and again, this would have been under would have been better, or how he would have played under a Ange Postecoglou team. But like I said, whatever player comes in, I said I will back Thomas Frank 1,000,000,000%. And if he wants him, then fair play, brilliant. Obviously, the other person we're going to talk about, big up Mickey. The other player we're going to talk about, obviously we know a lot more about, and have seen in the Premier League, and a low move for him will be absolutely incredible. A very, very smart move by the club.
Indeed. And that is, of course, Joao Paulinho, who is in talks with Spurs over a straight loan deal. No option to buy, no obligation to buy, just a straight loan from Bayern Munich. I think this one gets done. I think this one gets done by the end of the day, UK time. I think this one will get through.
Do you know what it is? And you got to remember as well, they are currently out there, aren't they, Bayern Munich? So this deal isn't getting done. This deal can move very fast. How funny would it be that we could sign him in time to play Bayern Munich? We could sign him in time to play Bayern Munich. So Matheus Cunha, I wouldn't say that he's a flop. He just hasn't worked under Thomas Frank, Vincent Kompany. If he'd come straight from the Premier League and Fulham, I think a lot of people would be absolutely delighted with it. And I think it'll be a very, very smart move for the club. If it's just a one with a, oh yeah, of course it's a loan, he won't be able to play. That's right, Simon. That's right. Sorry, my bad. But if that's what Spurs do and they don't bring in another number 6 or a midfield enforcer or deep lining, whatever you want to call it, it gives Spurs time to actually scout the right one. And Thomas Frank and his team spend time to get the right one. We've seen what he done. If you go and look at his stats in the Premier League, when he was at Fulham, for defensive duties, he was right up there at the top, if not top. I mean, people, yes or no, would you would you be happy to hear that Spurs have got I forgot Paulinho on loan? Let me know, guys.
Didn't we, Aki? We saw how organised we would be. We saw how organised we would be without a destroyer. Imagine what happens if we do have a destroyer in front of the back four. I think it would be amazing.
I will just say, people, before we go, I've just put in the links. I saw people asking about the Thomas Frank shirt. That's where you will find it. Look at me, always merchandising for the We Are Tottenham TV family.
Indeed.
That's where you can get them. They have many other ones, but I've just seen Catman Jess put in a comment saying sorry to hear about your news, obviously with the robbery, but congratulations, okay. Thank you very much, Catman Jess. Hope you're good and well. But yeah, it looks like a lot of people have said, let's have a look. Yes, on loan. Yes, Paulinho. Yes. Hey, usually, do you know what? Do you know what? There is that. There is always that. Oh my God, we can do things like that. But I don't think it's going to be allowed. Obviously, we got burnt with MGW. But I think Frank will get things done. Whether we get the unbelievable quality and spend the big money, we'll wait and see. Let's have a look.
For players like Paulinho, Aki, it's not like he's on a pre-season tour with a crap side. He's on pre-season tour with Bayern Munich. So even if he's not necessarily playing with our team, he'll be able to slot into the Spurs team and be able to play a similar role he's able to play for Bayern Munich. So we need a bit of Bayern Munich in our midfield. And
not just that, I was about to say, Ben, we've got to remember we're playing in 4 cup competitions or 4 competitions. There's going to be a lot of games. Squadron, we've seen how bad injuries can ruin a season and decimate us. Having numbers in depth and having a Paulinho there to obviously educate Archie Gray and other players in that position if they're still here and not on loan. Big up, Mr. Bex. Big up. I hope you're good and well, buddy. I hope you're good and well. I'm going to try and do that side. Right, I can't get my little finger up. What? What's wrong with my little? Can I do it? There you go. That's a bit concerning.
That way.
That's a bit concerning. I can't get. We'll just go with this one. I've learned something new.
I know that's Spider-Man. There's also the Hardy Boys. It's big up V1.
But yeah, it's Paulinho's a welcomed addition. Playing in 4 tournaments. We've got to be serious here. And we got to remember as well, we need players out. We need players out the door. Who knows if it means there are some exits coming. Who knows? But Paulinho, I don't see how he's not a perfect fit to come into that midfield. People like Ben, like yourself, you were saying about his age and he may not, it's not the kind of, but for a season,
sure.
Yeah, that's my Doctor. Yeah, that is my Doctor Evil. But yeah,
1 billion subscribers.
I think he brings experience, both European, Premier League, international, the exact kind of player for Premier League. So it's great. It's great. Big up Tottenham. Doc Ben is in the building as well. Mate, we can listen. I think we are the defensive and the midfield. They knew where to be for each other. I think Bergvall defensively was brilliant. Defensively today, he was brilliant. The defense.
I thought Bentancur was really good today as well. I thought Bentancur was solid.
Like I said, there's not. I won't. I know people have said Odegaard and Richarlison. I still think they brought something. They listen. Do they do? Is Richarlison probably out the door? Probably. Will it be a great loss? No, but because he can't stay fit. Odegaard, obviously, he's been brought in. He's going to be here. Was there signs of he can improve and become something? Yes. It's going to take time with him. Do we need better on the wing? Yes. But again, the team performance and what he brought for the team, I won't complain.
Indeed. And if we have a transfer window this year, Aki, we have a transfer window this year, and the 3 players we buy in, I'm doing the German 3, if that upsets anyone. Yep. I'm doing the Kaufman 3, the German 3. If we sign Paulinho, I'm just putting this name out there because this is a player I desperately want, Robinson from Fulham, and Kolo Muani. We sign those 3 players in, all 3 of those going to our starting 11, and that's exactly what I want.
Well, no, I mean, Destiny will give, if he's fit, it'll be great competition. But do you know what?
Robinson at the moment's better than Udogie. Robinson's better.
Yeah, but no. Do you know what you got to look at, mate? And it's serious. And I thought he was better last season. I think Spencer's better at left back than right back. So maybe it's a right back that we need to go and get as cover for Porro rather than Archie Gray. But you know what? Great question from Catman Jess here. Let's see what the chat say. Who does everyone think has been the best throughout pre-season? And I'm going to go very, very easy and very, very quick. Pedro Porro.
I'm going to go with Pape Sarr because of his goals.
I
think Pape Sarr he's been brilliant with the goals he's been scoring.
I think, and we've seen it, and we obviously get the comparisons to Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think Porro is going to have a monster season. I think he is going to have a monster season. Mitch, you know what it is, Gary? We spoke about this on We Are Tottenham TV. Mitrovic comes in. I think as a striker, we need, but Muani could do it if he comes in. I think we've got the strength with Salah. All right, it needs to tough up, but I think we need a striker. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The big up Timo.
I have to say, we've got a couple of comments down. There's a great one from Dennis.
Yeah, we're bringing it up.
On Camfad here, just seen the match, so he was there. Brilliant. I hope you saw Simeon, Expressions, and all the others. Today we were good and always under pressure, but we didn't crack. Of course, yeah. Listen, mate. First of all, you got to see a North London derby. That must have been incredible. Listen, a lot of us, it's weird to us to see a North London derby outside of London, but it's the way of football now, and obviously both teams were there. But like I said, we won the first North London derby at Wembley, and now we've won the first ever North London derby outside of the country. And like I said, the main thing I take away from this game, exactly. I think Porro and Sarr have been the people, and Kuda's just got one mention by Nacho Slayer.
I'm going to turn this on you, Angus, because I love you, buddy. If you had beaten us today, if Arsenal had beaten us today, you would be shameless.
This is a guy who yesterday was like, "We're going to batter you. We're going to win. We're going to do this. We're going to do that." He was even there. He even said, and you can go back and watch it on stream. There is no such thing as a friendly between these teams. Now he's trying to reword it with pre-season. Yes, you would, Angus. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Believe me, there are a lot of people in this chat that would know. That would know that you said that. It is. Listen, look, we. This is what we do now. This is what we do. What a way. So what we got to remember as well. If it had gone the other way, Spurs social media and Spurs YouTube would have been toxic. And I mean the chats, I mean everything. Today it's not. Today it is not. The stars are aligned. 10k followers, a North London derby win. Players might be coming in finally.
It's put a smart after a really crap week. This is what we needed, I think.
Oh, big time.
We needed this after this week.
Big time.
Yeah, even if it was an under 11s game, we'd want to smash him.
He's bang on. Lee is bang on. He is absolutely bang on the money. There is not anything that I ever want to say the filth beat us at. Not a single thing. Not. Oh, wait a minute. Frosty has just said breaking news. What? You can't say breaking news and then not add it.
Yeah, what's the breaking news? Today it'll be
Well, it's not
absolutely.
Listen, come on, Scott. You know you're on the Frank train. You know you got to enjoy this moment.
Jesse has become a member of Tottenham.
Big up, Jesse, darling.
Big up, Jesse. And, of course, the lucky banjo. The lucky banjo, every single game is going to win Spurs the league. Lucky banjo.
Gary's comment is absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
Listen, it's bang on. This is what he's doing. And do you know the annoying thing? Listen, I don't want to get into an Ange Postecoglou discussion because it's done. But it just goes to show if we had a bit more discipline.
We showed it in the Europa League when we were disciplined. We won games of football.
That's the thing. I mean, that's the only thing I really want to talk. We're not getting back into this whole debate because it's done and dusted and we don't talk about it here on this channel. But it just goes to show what a bit of discipline did. But I will say, and this isn't, well, you can blame Ange for this, but you can't. Thomas Frank has brought in a coach.
I'll do it for you, Daniel. We did it at the start of the show. Champion of Europe, Hong Kong champion. Big up to you, sir.
What I will say, with this is Thomas Frank has been able to bring in an elite coaching staff compared to what we've had. I think this is the best coaching staff. Forget the manager, just the back end to support him since Pochettino brought his tried and tested and trusted 3 that he always brings. You can see, and we've seen it in the videos they release, and obviously they can be fixed and edited to make it look a lot more, and we don't see the other things. But you can see there is a difference. Like we saw at Reading when they started doing free kick drills before the game. Like you saw, there are things that are being done at Spurs pre-game, before, post-game, that are just different. And the players seem to be adapting to it well. And long may this continue.
Everyone was going to say all those players are going to be happy and not unhappy and want to leave. I didn't see a single player without a smile on their face after winning that game today. They were all... And set pieces. We looked good at set pieces today. Defensively and offensively, we looked good at set pieces today. It's just a breath of fresh air, isn't it?
Correct.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Correct.
And this is what we've been asking. We've been asking for this. We've been asking to win games of football and not be pulling our hair out. Not that me and you have got any hair, Brian, so we can't pull any. I can pull my beard hair out, but not my head hair. We want to win games of football comfortably and know, okay, we've won this. We've got this.
What I will say to people is, he was, mate. What he really was is part of just everything with Porro was. But I know we heard that, are you entertained and we don't change. And again, this isn't about Adam. I'm just saying that's what he said. This game today, we were saying we were watching, Ben. I was very entertained. It was a team performance. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't all bang, 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 attack. Some of the football and passing around the middle of the park at times was so controlled. It just was a refreshing change. I think team performance fantastic. They controlled the game for a large part of it. The passing and angles they were creating for each other was great. There was no real players out of position, and when they were out of position, there was a player there that saw the issue and saw the danger. I enjoyed that game. I mean, were people in the chat? If you had to rate that game, it's too easy to do one or hard to do 1 to 10. If you saw those kind of games all season, would you be happy? Obviously, there's going to be games that were more aggressive or have to be more defensive. But if that was the blueprint for the style of football that you would be witnessing this season, would you be happy with that? There's no wrong answer. There is no wrong answer. This is just a gauge of where people see that.
It was, wasn't it? Solid but aggressive.
So would you be happy if this was, like I said, if this was the blueprint? Well, okay, All right, Scott, that's fair play. That's fair play.
Good to see you, Nick. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, Nick, I think it was yesterday, or it may have been today. I think it was yesterday. Happy birthday, Nick, brother. Happy birthday. Yeah, this is the thing. I think if these type of performances, you don't lose, or you're very difficult to break down. So I understand what Scott's saying. Maybe he wants to see a bit more action-packed, and I think we will. Once Maddison's back, once we know what our shape is. If you got a Mawani, I've got... Damn right, Craig. Damn right. The quintuple. Well, actually, we've just won the six. What's six, Ben? What's six?
Six tuple. Six tuple.
The six tuple is still on people. He was. But yeah, like I said, this is the kind of performances we're going to get. Yes, there will be. Like I said, when you look at Brentford, the stat that Terry O'Shea gave me, where Brentford's attacking stats, they're first in everything apart from shots from distance. That's the start for something to build. And if that's how we're going to be operating defensively and defensive midfielderly, is that a midfielderly? Have I just made a word?
Yes, you have.
Midfielderly, okay. Midfielderly, then so be it. Bring it on.
And I don't want to compare him, but I think Paulinho coming in could be Thomas Frank's Norgard, because he had Norgard at Brentford, and I think Paulinho is a much better footballer than Norgard. And I'm not saying that because he's playing for Arsenal. I think Paulinho, there's a reason why Paulinho has gone to Bayern Munich. There's a reason they wanted him. I think Paulinho could be that Norgard type leader in that midfield that can bring everything together. And I'm really excited if we can get him in and really see what is good. Yeah, we were solid at the back.
Danso is a magnet to the ball in the air. He's an absolute magnet. But Joe, what? Let's ask another question. Defensively, at any point in the game, to the 112 people watching across both platforms, so 112 defensively, at any moment were you nervous? Just at any moment.
Some Spurs.
You know what I was. I wasn't nervous.
You were calm.
I was as calm as. I don't. There wasn't one moment. If there was one moment, it wasn't even because of defensively. It's when I saw 6 minutes. You're like, oh Jesus, that's just enough time. But I was not. Set pieces when they came at corners, free kicks. I was not nervous in the slightest. I'm
always nervous. I know, mate. We're Spurs. We're proper Spurs. We are.
Actually, do you know what? Actually, the first couple of minutes, they looked like they were coming out the traps quick, weren't they? Yeah, mate, that was filthy. That was filthy. Obviously, like Nacho Slayer just said, there's that, but also you got to look at, like we said, this is going to be different. And the great thing about it is...
I was only nervous when Matty K came on.
The other thing you've got to look at is, obviously, we mentioned this before, or we've mentioned this on the channel. The first 3 games in the league, Thomas Frank has got to play against Burnley, who are going to be low block. How is he going to navigate that? Thanks, Jack. The second game, Manchester City. Oh, big man, Daniel, leave me big up to you, buddy. The Manchester City game, he's going to have to navigate a team that likes to dominate the ball and high possession. The third game against Bournemouth, he's going to have to navigate a high press team. Well, he's just played the team that were back-to-back runners up.
Yep.
And he navigated that. I remember, this isn't them at their pub. This is to get their fitness up. The Filth are a lot more further along in their pre-season.
Yeah.
Just happy days all round.
Happy days. Yeah. The only time, I thought Bentancur was excellent today. I thought he was. I even liked that one he took for the team of him just kicking a player. I want to see that. I want to see players kicking players. I want us to see us getting yellow cards when we really just need stop the game, turn over the possession. Let's just get it.
Correct.
Gyökeres could have been on for 2 hours. I thought he didn't even touch the ball today. Didn't even touch the ball.
The Arsenal team could have been on for 2 hours. Forget Gyökeres.
Yeah.
We've had moments where Saka has absolutely murdered us.
Yeah.
Odegaard, where those players have destroyed. Look, in the Premier League recently, when was the last time we beat them? 3-0 with Conte was the last time we beat them. And every single game, they've taken us to the cleaners.
Yeah.
Yes, a couple where we came back from 3-0 to make it 3-2. We took the lead at the filth last season, but couldn't hold on. It was injuries. But I wasn't in the least bit concerned about this game. Obviously, you got a little bit. It's the filth. Oh my God! But the game is over. Spurs have won. And exactly. This is it. And now what we got to do is see the same sort of type of performance against Newcastle. That's what we got to see. See it against Newcastle. And then obviously the ultimate test, doing it against a Harry Kane.
Indeed.
And how we defend against the best of the best up front. But there are so many positives to take from today. So many.
Indeed. That's what we were told. It's what we were told. They were there for longer.
Yep. We'll wait to hear about the ball or the length of the grass. We were, mate. We were. We controlled that game, Scott. We controlled that game.
I don't think that man will ever celebrate against us, kudos. I don't think he'll ever celebrate against us. That man is...
Well, it's a great question.
He could be.
It's a great... Do you know what, Gary? We look at this. What do people think in the chat?
I think they're better.
Yeah, but are we just talking about... Oh, he does say fullback. I was about to say defense. That is a great question. What would people think that Spence is 1-on-1? That's a really good question. Okay, well,
I thought
Scott's gone way OTT.
I thought he managed Saka brilliantly today.
He did.
Saka didn't have a sniff.
He did. That's a great question. It's a great question. And he did say in the Premier League.
I thought they were as well. I thought they were very one-dimensional.
Robinson is very, very good at that. Robinson is up there. I would say... Geez, I'm just trying to remember fullbacks now. Trent gone, but obviously he got caught out a lot of times.
It was Carl Walker at one point. It was Carl Walker because of his pace.
Yeah, but do you know what with Carl Walker? He caused a lot of his issues and then obviously fixed it with his pace.
Because he was bored.
Do you know what? I don't know. That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I don't know the answer. I'm trying to think. Seriously, can you think of anyone, Ben? And I'm not. This is. There personally could be. There could be, but I'm just trying to think. Can anyone give any centre-back name? I mean, fullbacks. Said Robinson, but I can't. I can't think of many in the Premier League. But that's just off the top of my head. If I had all the fullbacks in front of me, maybe.
I need a list of fullbacks in the Premier League.
But
Lewis Potter's good. Lewis Potter is very good.
There's a good shout. I'm trying to remember. Just trying to remember. There are a couple of the Forest fullbacks had incredible seasons last season, but I can't remember them 1-on-1. It's a great question, Gary.
We will be going on for another. Gvardiol's good.
Gvardiol's a great shout. But you look at it.
Wan-Bissaka is very good 1-on-1.
You look what Kulusevski did. Maurice James doesn't get... Wan-Bissaka has probably got the best sliding tackle timing as a fullback. That is exceptional. That.
Just for you, kudos. Is
Nico Williams. There you go.
Better than Brian Hill.
Is he better than Brian Hill?
Well, hopefully he'll be sold and we can get rid of or loaned But yeah, listen, just a great day.
Williams is very good. Nico Williams is good. Harwood at Brighton. Now some names.
Just a great day. Big up, We Are Spurs TV. Big up, We Are Spurs TV. Listen, we'll wrap it up, and we will be back later on, I think, with Brian Island and everything. But it has been Spurs have won a North London derby. Thomas Frank has set his blueprint. Many good things, but again, to the 103 of you that are still with us, a massive thank you on behalf of me, Ben, and everyone associated with Tottenham on Tour for helping us get to 10,000 subscribers. There is so much more to come, and hopefully it will be a lot more happiness, a lot more positivity, and a lot more Thomas Frank love, because the man, he is him, as I keep saying. He is him.
He is him. And yeah, I just wanna what's it called? What's the word? Speak on your thoughts as well. I totally agree with your thoughts. We've tried so hard to get Tottenham on Tour to 10,000 subscribers, and it's been a long old slog. We were stuck in a rut for a very, very, very long time, and we just couldn't get it to work. We came unstuck, but we've been doing very, very well recently, and we deserve this. It's not being humble. We've deserved this. We've done so much work, the pair of us, for the community. Myself as the mod father, yourself jumping onto streams and streams and streams and doing many things. We've deserved this for a long time, and we finally got there. But we're going to keep going. We want to try and get all the best content for you guys that we can. We want to try and help everyone we can mental health wise, because Tottenham on Tour, in our success, we will always talk about what is important to us with this channel, which is mental health, community, and of course just being where we are. And we will try our best to continue to give you what you want as viewers, and we will try and do our best to make this show and this channel the best, most inclusive place we can physically do. But we will wrap up the show there. We will be back tomorrow for another TOT Coffee Company stream tomorrow at 2 p.m, the usual time, because there's no North London derby
dual stream tomorrow.
We'll be dual streaming tomorrow at 2 p.m. like we always do. But thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, everyone, if you know what the Kauff is brewing, 1-0 to the Tottenham, Arsenal in the mud. Take it away, Aki.
I will say the therapy session has closed for today, or for the morning, our time. All I will say is Thomas Frank, Thomas Frank, and for today and today only. And as always, thanks for 10K.
Big up. See you tomorrow.